So here we are again. We're doing another wish list for Marvel Spider-Man 2. I don't expect this to do the same numbers as the first one, but if it does, that would be pretty cool and highly appreciated, of course. Nonetheless, thank you all for the support on the first one though. I guess that's my first big breakout video. It has almost 50,000 views. At the time I'm recording this, it's at 49k I think. So thanks for that, really appreciate it. Okay, so really quick guys, I recorded different parts of this commentary at different times. So at the time that I originally started recording this video, it was at 49, but now when I'm recording this video, it actually hit 50. So thank you guys for 50,000 views on the original wishlist video. Really appreciate it. That video basically got me to 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, so again, thank you for that. Hopefully we can do the same with this video. If not, it's not a big deal. But yeah, get back to the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. But ever since that video, it's dawned to me that I actually have a lot more ideas, or maybe not a lot more, but I do have some more ideas as to what I would like to see in Marvel Spider-Man 2. So yeah, this is my V2 wish list for Marvel Spider-Man 2. Let's get into it. Before we get into today's video, do you enjoy watching Spider-Man content on YouTube? If so, you found the perfect channel to join. For an affordable price of only $2 a month, you can get exclusive access to priority reply to comments, these cool custom badges I made myself, as well as some Spider-Man emojis. But wait, there's more! And lastly, you can get early access to content. If any of that sounds interesting, what are you waiting for? Join today. Thank you for your time. Back to your regularly scheduled content. I'm not going to be doing this in any specific order, just random thoughts or ideas I had or I've seen from other people. So first, let's start off with a suit that I would really love to see in the game. I really would like to see the Spider-Man Unlimited suit with the cape and cape physics. If there's no cape, don't even bother. This would be pretty insane, pretty cool in my opinion, and I think it's already a mod for the PC version of Marvel Spider-Man, but I think there isn't one with a cape. I don't know, or there might be one with a cape, I don't remember, but I think it was kind of wonky. But I think it's very possible since Spider-Man Unlimited is in Spider-Verse 2, so I feel like maybe it's possible to get that suit in the next Spider-Man game. That would be super dope in my opinion, especially since each Spider-Man game that Insomniac has made had the respective Into the Spider-Verse suit. Miles Morales had his Spider-Verse suit, and then the first Marvel Spider-Man game had the Peter B. Parker suit, so I think it's possible and it would make a lot of sense if they did put the Spider-Man Unlimited suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2. But I wonder if it would be an actual model of the suit, or if it would be what it looks like in the movie. Hopefully it's an actual model of the suit, and maybe there's a variant that looks like the version of the movie suit or whatever, if that makes sense. Also, one more suit I would really like to see, which I really think is Insomniac's biggest missed opportunity in the first Spider-Man game, a Spider-Cop suit. Why did we not get a Spider-Cop suit in the first game? We need a Spider-Cop suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Speaking of suits, let's go over some mechanics for the symbiote suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2 that I would like to see. The black suit is one of Spider-Man's most iconic costumes, so I'm sure we all have some high expectations as far as what the capabilities of this suit will be when wearing it in Marvel Spider-Man 2, especially after Web of Shadows and the capabilities that we had in that game. I did recently make a video actually on what Insomniac should take inspiration from in Web of Shadows, if you want to go and check that out. But let's go more in general, in depth of what they should be doing with the symbiote in this game. As we all know, Spider-Man is one of the strongest superheroes in comic books, and of course he's no Hulk, but he's not Batman either, just a regular guy in a suit. He's a superhuman with, the proportionate strength of a spider. He can kill someone with his bare fucking hands if he wanted to. I think in the comics, he killed Wolverine at one point. Okay, maybe he didn't kill Wolverine full on, but didn't he knock one of Wolverine's limbs off or some crazy shit? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I don't remember what exactly happened or what issue it was or what run it was, but I think he punched Wolverine's head off or some shit, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that happened though. But even then, in Web of Shadows, he broke Wolverine in half. He had the symbiote. He probably could have did that without the symbiote. I think with the symbiote it made it easier, but this man broke Wolverine in half. This man held the Daily Bugle on his shoulders in the comics. This man launched Hulk into space, into orbit. This man was able to lift a tank in the comics. Anyway, point is, if he wanted to, he could kill someone with his bare hands. But of course, he he holds back usually his strength when fighting people or like humans, and I think that's something they showcase in Marvel Spider-Man, especially when fighting, again, humans and just like big brutes and stuff like that. I think that was fine for the first game, but for this game, I don't want him holding back with especially with the symbiote. I would like to see some scenes where Pete is not holding back anymore, because on top of the extra abilities and like strength the symbiote is already giving Pete, and you know, the special ability takedown meter thing in the first game where you use it to like regen health or to use a special takedown, I think when we have the symbiote suit, it should automatically like health regen. It could be slow or whatever to like, you know, balance it, but to also balance like the other side of like the meter and stuff like that, we aren't able to heal from that special meter, and we can get even more brutal takedowns when using the symbiote to showcase, you know, he's holding back less and less. I think that would be pretty cool to see. Another thing I would like to see for the symbiote suit is definitely like where it's able to mimic different articles of clothing for Pete, and this doesn't have to be like a gameplay mechanic thing, but more like something we see in cutscenes or something like that. I think that would be cool, and not just make it like a cool costume, but this would make the lore of the symbiote more interesting, like how I think Spectacular Spider-Man did it, and as well, I know Spider-Man the Animated Series did it as well. Now, one last symbiote related thing I think would actually be super fucking cool, amazing, if it were implemented. So let me preface before I say like the idea. We should be able to like switch to the regular costume or the symbiote at any given time, assuming the rumor of there being a symbiote variant for every suit in the game is true. If a cutscene is about to happen where it calls for symbiote Spider-Man for like the story or whatever, it automatically changes to the symbiote suit, no matter what costume we have on. If we are in the regular costume and like a cutscene comes, it changes to the symbiote, right? But otherwise, during gameplay, like, we can do whatever we want. We can use the regular suit or the symbiote suit and change it at any given time. Now, with that preface, here's my idea. There is this mechanic from, I think it's from Spider-Man 3 on the PS2, if I'm correct. But basically, in that game, you were able to like change suits whenever. But if you wanted to change back from the black to the red suit, essentially like taking the symbiote suit off, you had to do this in order to take it off. Now, this wouldn't be an every single time thing, because that would kind of get annoying, but maybe it could be a random thing. And even if it happens during combat, like the enemies could stop attacking for like that period of time until you get the suit off. Maybe they could be like freaking out, like, oh, what's Spider-Man doing or whatever, leaving them like confused until we get the suit off and, you know, are back in our combat stance, and, you know, then they could start attacking. Or maybe they could try to attack while we're trying to take it off and we have to dodge it and try to go back to taking it off. Either way, this mechanic would be cool, and I think it should be in the game to add to the experience of like playing with the symbiote and stuff like that. I think that's pretty much everything for the symbiote. So let's get into some more random or like general stuff. One thing I would like to see, and I think would be really cool, is like exploration of the underground subway, kind of like how we had it in Spider-Man 3, the game, and maybe some like side missions there. Like if we fight Lizard, that would be cool as well. I low-key really enjoyed the Lizard side missions in the sewers in Spider-Man 3. The boss battle, not gonna lie, the boss battle I remember kind of was annoying as fuck, but the rest of the missions I thought were really fun when we were just swinging through like the sewers and shit like that. It was big, it was this big open space. Sometimes you had to fight some lizards and, you know, do some puzzles. I thought that stuff was pretty cool. Also, if we could be able to get to the Statue of Liberty and climb to the top of it, and maybe there's like another side mission somewhere at the Statue of Liberty, that would be insane as well. Another random thing I thought of is like, okay, so you know how Spider-Man's spider sense doesn't work on Venom, right? It would be really cool and interesting if when we boss battle Venom, we don't have the spider sense, obviously, because, you know, that's kind of the dynamic between Spider-Man and Venom. Spider-Man spider sense is immune to Venom, or Venom is immune to Spider-Man spider sense. There we go. And so I think it would be cool if they made it to where we had to like manually calculate when to hit the dodge button, but if they could make it somehow fair to where like we get a chance to dodge, if that makes sense. Not sure how. Maybe have a different amount of attack patterns he goes through, and we have to figure out the attack pattern, sort of like the boss fight with Silver Sable, but not the same attack pattern. There has to be at least like 3 to 4 different attack patterns, and we have to kind of memorize all of them and he just kind of does each one at random, and like we don't know which attack pattern he's gonna go with next. I think that would make it like kind of fair in a sense, because we wouldn't be able to use our spider sense. So they kind of have to like, you know, give us something to where like we at least have the chance to dodge. Okay, so I think this is the last one that I have, but you guys remember that mission where we followed Hammerhead's goons, I think, as Peter Parker, and then we switched to like our Spidey costume? I want that, but like in the game, like just be able to free roam as Pete or Miles, and we are able to go into like a random nearby alley or like in between buildings, whatever, run up the wall or run up the building, whatever, and like we can get like a sort of cutscene change into becoming Spider-Man. That would be super fucking sick and like really add to the experience of like, you know, making us feel like Spider-Man in a sense. I think that would be really cool, and like they sort of did it in the DLC, so like there's no way they can't do that on the PS5 in this game. I feel like that's very possible. So with that, what do you think of my Spider-Man 2 wishlist V2? Make sure you comment your opinion down below so I can discuss all that with you in the comments section. Thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you are new to the channel, I cover Spider-Man related scoops, rumors, leaks, confirmations for the games, movies, TV shows, and I try to upload as much as I can. You know, sometimes we do wish list videos like this. So if any of that interests you, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. If you want more of this type of content, leave a like on the video. Don't forget to check out my latest video on the left if you haven't already. I hope you have had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.